Good morning, kids. I have a wonderful story for you today. There was a man named Daniel who'd been captured as a lad and brought to far off Babylon to serve the king they had. Those people prayed to many gods, but 3 times every day, Daniel prayed to the one true God and followed in his way. A king named Darius ruled Babylon. His kingdom was so large and grand that he chose many leaders to help him rule his land. Of all the chosen leaders, Daniel was so good and wise that he became the favorite one in King Darius' eyes. The others envied Daniel. They were jealous as can be and tried to find some failing as they watched him carefully. They found nothing wrong with Daniel, but noticed that he prayed a lot. So they put their heads together and came up with this plot. The leaders who were jealous went to Darius and said, "O mighty king, we made a law, and this is how it read. For 30 days, no one shall pray, nor ask for anything from any god or anyone except our mighty king. This law is for all leaders, all women, and all men. Break this law, and you will face fierce lion in the den." So Darius then signed the law, but Daniel still did pray to one true God who loved him and heard his prayers each day. The others spied on Daniel. They reported what they saw, saying Daniel should be punished, for he dared to break your law. Now Darius loved Daniel, so he tried till nighttime came to find a way to change the law to which he signed his name. But the leaders then reminded him that this law must be thrown at once into the lion's den. King Darius told Daniel, "Your God to whom you pray, surely he will save you, for you followed in his way." Then Daniel went into the lion's den, where hungry lions stayed. A great big rock sealed off the den, and prayed. The lions walked around him. They showed their long, sharp claws, but Daniel kept on praying while they licked their hungry jaws. All night the king was worried, and when the morning came, he hurried to the lion's den and called out Daniel's name. "Daniel, Daniel, speak to me. Are you alive in there? Did the God to whom you pray keep you in his care?" Daniel answered, "Yes, my king. Though I was full of fright, God's angel closed the lion's jaws and kept me safe all night." The king was glad for Daniel. He took him out, and then he gathered Daniel's enemies and threw them in the den. The king then made a brand new law for everyone that day. Worship Daniel's one true God and follow in his way. Think about how his faith stayed strong and how he trusted God above when troubles came along. Daniel followed God's commandments to worship him alone, so even the lion's den, God's loving care was shown. Kids, when you pray at night, know in your heart that God, who cared for Daniel, would always bless you too. For God's kingdom is forever. He saves the great and small. And best of all, God loves us one and all. Thank you so much, kids.